Yeah, for sure. This season we have yet to get a point on the road, so I think it's a good start. You also mentioned the run, which is important because during the season, of course, it's 34 games, but there's periods where you want to go on these little runs, and that was what made us successful in 13 and also 15. But we also understand that the games up ahead, they're not easy. They're against conference opponents. A couple of them are against rivals. So we're just going to take it one game at a time, but obviously we're feeling good right now.
The first game for Aureli in the back line there. A lot of talk about his aggressive style of play. He gets the early yellow card, but what were just your general thoughts on how he acquitted himself in the back line?
Playing against Aureli in the last 3 years, the thing that I've always admired about his game is there's a presence to him, and I felt that was very true this past game for us. So whether it was his debut and whether it was the chance to go back to Orlando and make that debut there in front of some fans that have supported him over the years, he played very well, and that presence was there. So that's just something that we need as they continue to work on their chemistry. Ronald and Aurelian, we expect big things. So from the standpoint of it being his first game, I think every one of us are very pleased.
You mentioned you're feeling good, obviously, going into DC United. Has there been any changes, though, within the first 9-10 games of the season that you guys have adjusted to or made to kind of go on the run that you guys are having?
Yeah, the first 7 games when we were 1-6, there were a lot of these little things that we just couldn't get right. And I feel like in the last 3 games we have done that, whether it's through our work rate, our commitment, our tactics, or even just getting goals. Things have gone our way. So from that standpoint, we're just going to continue to build our confidence. We're going to look to improve every single day. But from our vantage point, we feel like this is just the beginning. And if we can continue to work on the things that need to be a little sharper, be a little cleaner, then I think we're well on our way to doing something good.
When you say that you couldn't get things right in the beginning, are you talking about chemistry? Are you talking about on-field stuff?
A few different things. Some of the bounces didn't go our way, some of the calls didn't go our way, but then also we shot ourselves in the foot sometimes. We made some mistakes in the back. We weren't scoring goals in the front, so it was almost a collaboration of different things. But right now, we're feeling good. We feel like the ball is going our way, but a lot of that comes from our work rate and our commitment to our tactics.
One of the things about you is that you're very vocal on the field, obviously, as the goalie. Were there ever moments during that 7-game stretch where you had to kind of talk to the team, maybe bring them aside even in practice? Were there ever moments you had like a personal, individual meeting with some of the players?
Well, we were always talking. We were trying to figure out what was wrong. And we knew that the quality is there, the ability is there. But for whatever reason, the other stuff was missing. So there were a lot of these little conversations, whether it was with the leaders, whether it was with the coaches, or just amongst ourselves. And I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. It's only been 3 games that we've been unbeaten. But what we're seeing is a sample of what we imagine things to come. We've got a very good group here, guys, a lot from last year, and we were able to do some special things last year. But we also think that there's some unfinished business. So in order to finish that business, we have to take care of the regular season. And I think right now we're well on our way to doing that.
How much more weight, if there is any more weight, going into this rival game against DC United?
There's always weight going into the rivalry against DC United. I love playing against DC United. As much as I hate them, I just love playing against them because there's something special there. Naturally, people want to start talking about NYC, but this is a big game before us, so we're going to focus on that instead.